When you're shopping for a new phone, tablet, computer, or TV, what you buy can make a big impact on everything else you buy after it. Why? Ecosystems. An ecosystem is like a family. When you buy in, you get some great benefits from the way that everything works together. But if you ever want to break up, well, that can get messy.
Yeah, and at the center of most ecosystems, you'll find one core device, the smartphone. The platform you pick here can set the course for all other gear you want to buy. With that in mind, we're going to take a look at some of the main ecosystems out there, from Google, Apple, Windows, and BlackBerry. These are the big ecosystems that control the tech universe, so let's get started.
When you think of Apple, you think of style, elegance, and simplicity. People are passionate about their Apple products, and the gear itself has a reputation for being friendly and easy to use.
The ecosystem is a big reason for that. Mac computers all run OS X, and iPhones, iPads, and iPod Touch all run iOS 7. These two pieces of software have been designed to work together seamlessly.
Because they're so closely tied together, Apple does some pretty cool features like iCloud. With iCloud, you can share information like contact, email, and messages between your tablet, your phone, and your computer.
And then there's AirPlay. AirPlay lets you send video from mobile devices or your computer to an Apple TV with AirPlay. This is an incredibly cool feature because you can mirror your desktop, play streaming video, or use your Apple TV like a home video game console, playing games from your phone.
Now you can't talk ecosystems without talking about apps and media, and iTunes is the big dog on the block, selling more apps, music, and video than anyone else out there. Apple makes it easy to stay in their ecosystem. You only have to buy apps and media once, and it's attached to your account. So if you upgrade devices inside the ecosystem, it's just a matter of re-downloading your old stuff.
Syncing photos is easy with iTunes, but you can also use other services like Dropbox and Flickr. Music is simple. You can buy and stream with iTunes or choose apps like Rdio or Songza. Even weird video formats are simple to handle. There are dozens of apps in the App Store that will play just about anything.
Well, I guess that explains why iOS devices like the iPad and the iPhone are so popular.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason Apple is worth more than oil. They do a lot of things right. The gadgets are pretty and shiny, the software is smooth and glossy, and they're intuitive and fairly easy to use. The more Apple products you have working together, the more you'll see the ecosystem's advantages show.
Well, at the same time, that makes it very hard to leave their ecosystem.
Oh, very true. That's one of the biggest criticisms of Apple's ecosystem. They make it very hard to leave, so you sacrifice choice for convenience. It's like Hotel California. You can check out, but you can never leave.
Well, Microsoft's had a tough time over the last few years. Windows 7 was a hit, but there's not a lot of love for Windows 8. Windows Phone 8 is a great piece of software, but again, it's struggling to find a place in the market.
Even so, Microsoft has made Windows 8 and Windows Phone 8 work well together. It's the only operating system that's the same across smartphones, tablets, and laptops with its slick, modern dynamic tile interface. For phones, if you're a Nokia fan, you'll be using Windows Phone, as Nokia was recently bought by Microsoft. There are some other options from HTC, Samsung, and others as well, but the options can be a little slim until the new models are released.
If you game a lot on Xbox, you'll love Xbox Media. You can pick up your Xbox Live games on your Windows Phone, and you can access your live achievements. Even if you're not a gamer, Xbox has a fantastic experience for those who want a web interface for their TVs as well.
And like iCloud, Microsoft has a service called SkyDrive. It's painless to use for backing up music, photos, and documents, along with phone settings and a list of your apps.
For a lot of people, Microsoft's big draw is Office. Windows Phone ships with a mobile version of Office for free, giving you a mobile support for Word, Excel, and PowerPoint files.
But as great as Office is, it can't make up for the lack of other apps. You'll find all the big names here, but if you need something niche, you might want to look at Apple or Google smartphones to get your fix.
The reviews for Windows 8 are mixed, and it really depends on what side of the fence you're on. So make sure you're okay with how it looks, works, and feels before you dive in. I definitely recommend trying Windows 8 on a laptop before moving to the smartphone.
Now, everybody knows Google. It started as a search engine, and now it's a verb we use to say searching on the internet.
Google has grown from a simple search, eating up little companies and adding cool features. Like Apple and Microsoft, Google offers their own email service with Gmail, a calendar service called Google Calendar, along with YouTube, the Chrome browser, and Google Drive. If you're a Google addict, the best way to enjoy your Google services is an Android smartphone.
And when you get an Android phone, you log in with your Google ID, and everything from email to calendars, browser bookmarks to contacts all sync together, just like an Apple ID on iOS and a Windows ID on Windows Phone.
With Android, you get to pick the most phone choices, letting you pick phones from Samsung, HTC, LG, and Sony, all with different speeds, screen sizes, processors, and experiences. Every Android phone can look as unique as you want it to, which appeals to tech-savvy mobile users like myself.
Google's Play Store has a huge selection of apps and now has books, movies, and TV shows, giving you lots of choice to put on your phone.
If you already have a Google account, Android is simple to use. It's a great alternative for those who want the usability of an iPhone without being trapped in Apple's ecosystem.
The app experience on Android isn't as consistent on all devices either, with many apps not being optimized for tablet formats. Google is still trying to figure out the TV space as well, though Chromecast device looks like a step in the right direction.
If you're not a fan of iTunes, you'll be glad to know that you can easily drag and drop media to an Android device from a laptop. Better yet, keep a copy of all your files on Google Drive.
And Google has some compelling services like Google Now, which is a great way to help you organize your day. And who doesn't love YouTube?
Android has come a long way in the last 18 months, so if you're in the Google ecosystem, you should check it out.
Let's not forget the mighty BlackBerry. Okay, maybe the once mighty BlackBerry, but still, there are reasons you'll want to stick with the brand from Waterloo.
First off, if you use or are currently using a BlackBerry, you probably can't get enough of the keyboard. Even the on-screen keyboard on the Z10 feels great. It's one of the best keyboard experiences on a smartphone.
And for road warriors, there's BlackBerry's legendary battery life, leaving most other phones in the dust. And in terms of security, BlackBerry is probably the most secure platform out there.
A BBM app for iOS and Android was recently released, moving BlackBerry's ecosystem outside its own devices for the first time. Tasia, a lot of people think that signals the end of BlackBerry's ecosystem.
Well, I think we'll see BlackBerry focus their ecosystem more towards enterprise and allow it to work with any device.
I agree. BlackBerry's ecosystem might become more of a service instead of a platform for their own devices.
You might have noticed that our top 3 ecosystems all feel really similar. iCloud feels like Google services, which feels like Microsoft Live services. Google Play, Windows Market, and the App Store all sell movies, music, and apps.
Is there a winner? Well, there sure is. It depends on what phone you pick. Just remember, once you dig into an ecosystem, it can be very hard to dig yourself out, so choose wisely.
Do you know what song's in my head right now?
Which one?
Welcome to the Hotel California. It's pretty good, right?
That's what I thought.
I know.